Welcome back to Sacred Whisper Podcast. I want to share something really near to my heart today, and I want to actually take this deep. And at the end of this, I'll be like, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, but truly. So, there are a couple different conversations that we need to be having as healers, light workers, spiritual entrepreneurs, spiritual beings as we get our work out into the world, as we expand to the next level. And whatever that is for you right now, and whatever season that is for you. Some of you are expanding to the next level, speaking on stages, being guest speakers on podcasts, healing globally, hosting retreats, going viral, et cetera, et cetera. Some of you are like, I'm actually getting my work out into the world in the first time. So wherever you are, I want to honor that for you, and getting visible and expanding your company. We need to be having the conversation around leadership. And we also have an opportunity to have this conversation around how we're leading ourselves through the work, how we're leading ourselves through the depth of the seasons that we go through, and not just when things look good, but when we're going through the tough. What does that look like? And today, inside of my certification program, we had a live Q&A. Now, this is another conversation that we need to be having. Why are there certification programs for how we are healing people and we're not getting supported? That concept just never was something I could fully get behind. Now, I'm a multi-Reiki master in traditional styles of Reiki before I channeled Quantum Illumination Reiki as the founder, channel, and original creator. And it blew my mind that we were placed in a certification program with no access to the teacher. Now, there is absolutely value in standalone programs. I have standalone programs. Alchemize, for example, is one of them where you push play, you lean back, and I do the healing work for you. I speak directly to your subconscious mind, and we create massive shifts, and you can come back to it anytime. My Ascension meditation library, I have several different programs for you to tap into that are standalone, that doesn't require my exact touch. And do I think every single program needs our exact touch, needs our proximity? Absolutely not. But when it comes to a certification program, how can we create deeper transformations and support our students even more to create even deeper transformations for their clients, for the collective, if we're not actually supporting them? So going into a certification program for me never just made sense to just go in there and not be able to ask questions, not be able to connect with other healers that were also going through this certification and getting trained on a random Saturday and Sunday in levels 1 and 2 or level 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, how can you possibly know how to teach if you're not connected with the teacher, or you're not actually fully supported throughout this transformation yourself? And it's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. This is just my very firm viewpoint on this. And so when I created our certification program for Quantum Illumination Reiki, two things. One, I always knew it was never going to be just for me. I knew that I was going to get the healing out into the world, and I knew I was going to create a certification program because this quote is sticking in my mind that it's like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I never wanted this to be just for me. This is the butterfly effect of healing that we're creating in the world, this ripple effect of healing that we're creating in the world together. And so when you come inside of our certification program, level 3 is taught fully live. That each cohort is taught fully live. There are specific components that do require the live aspect. Levels 1 and 2 are what I call fully supported self-paced, which means, yes, you come into the program, you get immediate access to level 1, and then you also get access to 2 live Q&A calls a month. You get access to our community with like-minded healers across the world. And that's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And then I'm in there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to support you. And then you also have a check-in each week that is embedded into the program. So as you're going through your training, you're automatically prompted to be able to fill it out so you can see where you are in the program, how the challenges, the things that you're noticing are different, and asking any deeper questions that might come forward for you. And then I go in and I check them, and I know where it is that you are and how it is that I can support you even deeper. And so you're never alone. Even as an attuned healer, we have a private attuned healers community with healers across the world that are in this program or in that community as well. So you can continue to lean in. You can share QIR specific questions, and share how you're doing healing sessions for yourself, what you're doing for your clients, what transformations they're having, any wins, any aha moments. You'll get a call a month as well with me as a founder. And so it's just, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We link arms and we rise together. This other conversation is leadership. And I'm going to share with you here in just a minute an actual recording from our Q&A call that took place today. I'm going to add it to this episode because here's the thing. Before I go and dive into the leadership aspect of this, name a certification program for a specific healing modality like Reiki that actually dives into more than just the keys and the symbols. Now, I very, very much keep this QIR based because I don't want to dilute the experience and the depth of quantum illumination, Reiki, the keys, the frequencies, and how to utilize it for yourself and how to create that transformation for yourself and for others. Like if you want coaching, reach out, DM me. We can go deeper on specific things and also make sure that you're very equipped with resources to support yourself through seasons, which I'm going to talk about. But also, there is such a gift that we get to have when we are not just learning a modality, but I'm also able to share with you how to take it deeper, how to take what you're learning and take it a step further, how you can take your work and dive to the depths and lead yourself through it. And then lead yourself through the certification, lead yourself through the good, the tough, the questionable, right? And all the seasons that life brings us. And when it comes to leading as healers, as light workers, as spiritual entrepreneurs, we need to have this conversation that you do not hold the frequency. It is not fucking possible for you to hold the frequency of everything for everyone. You cannot hold everything for everyone, but you can lead. You can lead them through that. Now, I totally get the concept of like sitting there and letting ourselves hold that space for somebody that really needs it. Absolutely. And also, it's like, how are we holding the frequency of everything for everyone when we can just stand up? I call this the reign era and claiming your crown and taking a seat at the throne, like giving yourself permission to move forward and lead yourself through situations that come your way. That things that are presented in your path. Lead your people so they can become those leaders as well. And that's including our clients that come to us. And so something for you to think about is how is it that you are leading yourself through your business, through certain situations, through your self-care, through challenges in your life, through situations that are presented on your path, through moving through emotions and sensations and patterns and cycles. What does that look like for you? And how are you leading the frequencies of which that you're holding? So, told you we weren't going to do surface level. But next I'm going to add on our Q&A. The beginning, I'm going to introduce, welcome to our Q&A call, but I want you to hang out and I want you to just take in the information on this conversation around leadership, around how to guide ourselves through really tough seasons. And I also share something that's very near and dear to my heart that we are navigating real time that I've not shared really anywhere. So I think this conversation is really important because sometimes on the external, it can look like, oh, they really have their shit together and everything must be easy. But I'm telling you, like, we're really going through it as a family right now, and that's okay. Like, it's not okay, but it's like okay to know that we have these seasons and that life can be really fucking hard sometimes. And simultaneously, even though, like, even as my husband came home from work today, he was like, "Are you okay?" And I burst into tears. I was like, "Nope, I am actually not." And I am in between sessions and I'm letting myself not be okay. And knowing that I don't have to be perfectly high vibe all the freaking time. And that's okay. And I still get to move through all of it. But I'm also, at the same time, I'm also really good. Right. And what I know when life presents these situations that come forward, that real true life situations that happen, it gives you a different perspective. And it also, I don't want to spoil too much because I talk about leaning out versus leaning in. I talk about leading ourselves through really difficult challenges and seasons of lives. And also even some of the like little road bumps too, right? Or the awarenesses that come through, you're like, oh man, I didn't realize I was doing that. And I really, really just encourage you to just sink in with me, vibe with me, take a seat at my TED Talk, and make sure once you listen to this to come into my DMs or shoot me an email and let me know what landed the most for you because I would love to hear that from you. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this live Q&A that took place inside of our Quantum Illumination Reiki certification program. All right, welcome to our live Q&A call. I am going to go over some of the questions that we had in the Q&A for all three levels. And I haven't had the opportunity to check into our communities yet, but if there's any questions that you guys have, just pop it into the community that you're in, #question, if that's attuned healers, level 1, 2, 3, etc. Wherever you want to ask those questions is totally fine. Just #question anything that's QIR based, sharing. Also, I really want to encourage you guys to share how you're utilizing quantum illumination Reiki, especially those of you that are in level 3 or going to level 3, how it is that you're utilizing QIR, how it is that you're using QIR on your clients, what you're noticing is different in your client sessions and things of that nature, because these are things that your future clients are going to experience and also your future students are going to be experiencing as well. So I feel like this is a really important piece that traditional styles of Reiki don't typically do. And we have such a beautiful opportunity being in a community together to be able to share and support and never feel like we are trying to navigate QIR alone. I am sitting outside, so we are in a flight path, which I love, of all the military installations surrounding us. So it might get loud. I'm not really sure, but I hear it sounds like an F-18. Anyway, okay. We love that. Pausing for the sound of freedom. Okay. So something else I wanted to share with you guys is moving through situations. And I know I talk about this quite often, but I don't think that it can be talked about enough. I'm going to share with you what is coming through. And then I also want to share with you how it is that I'm personally leading myself through this real time. Okay, there is such a beautiful gift that we have as healers, and taking this even further as QIR healers, master healers, those of you that are getting ready to be attuned to master level, and then also going into the teacher licensing program, wherever it is that you're aligned to being or wherever it is that you are now, that we have such a gift to be able to lead ourselves through situations. And for those of you that are in Rain Era, my free community for healers, I'm actually going to do an audio on this because I think this is such an important conversation that I don't know why people aren't talking about, and we need to be talking about this. What I often see after working with healers across the world for about a decade now is that we love to give. We love to be in the heart to give. You have the biggest heart to give. And also, we tend to put other people first before we put ourselves first. And then also, when lifes or businesses, when things hit the fan, whether it's like something minor or something major, we tend to lean out of the things that really deeply support us. Welcome to being human. Welcome to being human. I've done this too. And my husband, who is my grounding anchor, he will often call me to rise on this because he's like, have you given yourself QIR? Or what would you tell a client? Or whatever that is. And then I'm also in mentorship. I'm in coaching. So if you guys are like, actually, I need one-to-one mentorship, I do intensives. I also do long-term mentorship as well. That's something you need deeper support in. But I lean into mentorship as well. And anywhere else I'm feeling like I need support, because there's an opportunity here for us to deepen our embodiment even more.
in the seasons or in the moments or in the situations or in the emotions that surface for us to lead ourselves through it, to lean into the tools versus lean out. Oh, I'm busy. I don't have time. Oh, you have 10 minutes to scroll. You have 10 minutes to do a meditation. You have 10 minutes to do something that's like completely meaningless. You have 10 minutes to do something to fill you up. Whether that's sitting down and doing QIR, whether that's sitting down and grounding, whether that's going for a run, going for a walk, doing Pilates, doing yoga, whatever that is for you, make a list of the things that light you up and go do it. And how often are you actually truly, how often are you actually leaning into gratitude? Not like oh, I check, I did gratitude, but how often are you actually doing this? And giving yourself permission to lean in when you want to lean out, because your mind is just trying to keep you safe and it's scanning for the threat, and it's going to keep us in this pattern and this loop of what is normal and what is safe. And sometimes safety feels better alone, but it's actually better when we give ourselves permission to deepen our own work even more. This is where the embodiment comes in. This is where the deeper identity work, not the future version of you, but you knowing you are that person now, you knowing you are your soul essence now. There's not some future version of you that you need to do this. I've talked about this a lot, and I do think that there's a lot of value in this. However, there's something beautiful that's like, no, I know, and let me go do this, even though it's like a tough emotion. It's a tough season. It's a tough situation, or I'm going through it. And sometimes we have to just go do what we need to do. I fully understand that, because yes, of course. And also, like, where are the micro moments to give ourselves permission to deepen our own embodiment even more? I've been talking about this for months on end, even deeper. And when you go into level 3, this is a big piece of it, where we're deepening our embodiment, because you are the representation of your own work. And when you go to teach QIR, you're the representation of the work that you've done for you. You're the representation of the possibility and the potential of quantum illumination Reiki. You're the embodiment of what it is that you've done. And that is powerful. And so we have an opportunity to step into the role of the leadership. Not a lot of healers are talking about this, and we do need to have this conversation of how we're leading ourselves, because you are leaders. You are the leaders of leading the frequency of the planet and how it is, not holding the frequency. You can't possibly hold everything, but you can lead it. And so these are big conversations that and thoughts that I've been thinking even deeper in the last couple of weeks. So if you guys were on our rain era call last week or watched the replay, but we found out that, and just so you know, like, I'm not immune to any of this either. And I don't talk a lot about some of the deeply personal stuff online. Sometimes I do on Facebook, just because I'm so connected with friends and family all over the world, being a military family. But I share more of the wisdom and the lessons that I extract from the experiences that I go through. And I also give myself permission to live in joy. 2 weeks ago, we found out that one of my dear friends passed away unexpectedly, younger than us. The next day or 2 days later, we found out my husband's cousin, who was 3 years younger than us, went into the ICU, got better, took a turn for the worse, and she passed away last week on Wednesday. And then Friday, my husband and I were walking back to the Jeep after a concert, and he got a text from his mom that his grandma is not doing well. And she was rushed to the hospital, sent to the city hospital, because there's a small, super small town, like population of 6 to 8,000 or something like that. And last night, after my husband's cousin's funeral, we found out that she's going into hospice, Matt's grandma. And I'm grateful that she has lived such a long life. She's seen so much. And I'm also so grateful that she can make that decision for herself. Like, what a gift, right? And simultaneously, as a family, we're moving through a lot. And so when these like moments happen, it gives us such a deep permission slip to live more. Like even I was just working out and it was hard. It was a hard workout. And I was like, thank you for the gift to be able to move my body. And I just kept going. I was like, my mind's going to give up before my body will. We already know that. So it's thank you for this gift to move my body. And I just kept going because not everybody's going to have that opportunity. And it's like, thank you for the sunrise. Thank you for the sunset. I've been telling my husband, I was like, I love your heartbeat. And I actually like, it's silly, but I actually mean it. And it's like micro moments of like dance parties in the kitchen and crying in the Jeep on the way to the gym and like doing QIR and just taking care of myself and just having a moment as the birds are chirping and the sun is shining and feeling the wind on my face. And I don't know if I said doing QIR and then crying in the shower, right? And it's like allowing ourselves to go through the emotions of the human experience and allowing ourselves to lead ourselves in. And this is where that deepening of the embodiment comes in. It's never when it's really easy, it's always when it's tough. And not because it's for some glamorous external version or for the outside world, but because I know what's possible. And I know what a gift I have for myself to be able to be so resourced to move through this season in whatever way I need to and still do what lights me up because I can. And and so everybody's going to experience life in a very different way. And how is it that you can give yourself permission to lead yourself through these? Because I know what I know for sure is that when we go through really tough seasons, we will be able to guide ourselves through our clients or sorry, let me say that differently. We will be able to have an opportunity to guide those clients that will come to you for support. Those, whether it's in mentorship, whether it's in QIR, or some of you have some other really powerful abilities. And it's like, how you give yourself permission to move through and the lessons however it is, it doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong, but it's like how you give yourself permission to move through these really tough seasons, and the wisdom that you extract is going to be the wisdom that you're going to be able to support somebody else with later. And I think about these moments quite a bit. So I wanted to just share that with you guys because it's been, I mean, it's real and it's raw right now. And it's also very much deeply on my heart to just share and just for you to just think about the gift that we have to be able to be so equipped and resourced to be able to support ourselves through things that are really tough, and how it is that we do have such a beautiful gift to be able to pay forward in the world. Your work is so important. Just each and every single one of you have such an important mission that your soul came here to. And I just want you to, how can you anchor that in even more? How can you live that even more? When the 3D is not showing up, how can you just remember it's already working? It wouldn't be in my heart if it wasn't for a reason. I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't supposed to be. I wouldn't be exactly where I am right now if I wasn't meant to be here, because what's on the other side, it's coming. I keep getting a visual of I have a new popcorn maker because our other one broke because we use it so much. And it you put oil in it and it has this metal bar in it with a little lid that goes over it. And we use olive oil. I put the olive oil in it, let it warm up, and then I put the popcorn seeds in it. And as it goes, it seems like nothing's happened, right? Because the heating element's got to heat up. Like logically, we know that. It feels like it's taking forever while you're standing there waiting for it. But then all of a sudden, pop, 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 pop. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's the popcorn looks like it's never going to happen. The water looks like it's never going to boil. The paint looks like it's never going to dry, but it does. The popcorn, it's so visual, right? And then all of a sudden it seems like it's quiet. And then all of a sudden a couple kernels, and then all of a sudden a couple more, and then all of a sudden it explodes. I always refer to the movie The Croods. I love that movie. If you know, you know. If you've been in like any of my mentorship programs, we talk about The Croods a lot because that's really a great representation of the subconscious mind. But there's a popcorn scene in that. Your homework is to go watch The Croods. It's so good. But it's literally like the popcorn explosion. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. Can you deepen into your own work in the meantime. So deepen into you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. All right. I want to go over the Q&A, and then Keegan, of course, if you have any other questions, I'll open this up as well. And if anybody else hops on too.